evidence of forever, forever. In the light and in the dark, light and dark. We move for freedom, feel the power, in the pieces of our hearts, hearts, hearts. We shine now and always shine, shine. Moments of tomorrow, sparks, tomorrow. We breathe rejoice into our souls. Every step we hold, choices follow. The dance, peace within us we advance. Moment comes and moments go, go, go. In a rhythm, let it flow, flow, flow. Peace is all we ever know, ever know. Dance it out, let it show, show, show. Shine bright, shine bright. Light up the night, night, night. We dance deep till morning light, light, light. Gather power, hearts ignite, ignite. Together, oh, it feels so right, so right, so right. We breathe rejoice Unseen whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain. Unseen whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain.
Good morning, my beautiful stars. Happy Monday. My name is Joshua Adam Bleasy. These are the Ethereal Fire readings starting next week from Tuesday till Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. This is the last week I will be on at 9 a.m. So, guys, just bring it on in and come on into these readings. Welcome to the Ethereal Fire readings. I see Kuma is in chat wanting a reading right away. So I just want to say I hope you all had a beautiful weekend. I hope you all had a wonderful, restful time. Thank you for coming in and joining me today. If you want a reading, come to The Unknown Prophet, the twitch.tv, and don't forget to press ! join and enter the queue yourself. If you want one of those readings, you gotta come here to get it. So don't forget to click like, follow, subscribe button, or whatever else you need to do. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. All right, Kuma, how are you doing today? Good morning. Got my coffee. Got you. Give me your numbers and your question. We'll get this started off right. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot more better now, guys. Like I said, it's been a couple of weeks now since my incident, and I'm starting to feel better and better a lot more now. So things are getting a little bit more back to normal. They say maybe 3 to 4 months before I'm 100%, but still every once in a while. I will be doing that on the 31st. I can try to do that for you today if you want me to, but that's when I'll be opening up the veil. As on the 31st, I'll be opening up the veil for like grandmother and grandpas to come through. But I can do that for you too. If that's, like I said, special request I can do. You're the only one here. I can absolutely do that. So you just got to give me a moment to kind of contact that energy and stuff like that. Well, would you rather have the communication with grandma, or would you rather have the spirit guide reading? Which one would you rather have? Or maybe you want a little bit of both. Who knows? I want the communication. Okay. So, give me a moment. All I want you to do is think about your grandmother. I want you to think about your favorite, most happiest memory with her and your saddest memory with her. Even times where you argued and bitched and moaned at one another, or listened to the stories, or whatever you remind her of. Just think that in your mind and give me a second to see if I can contact her or not. Do you want to give me her name, her first name only, though? Just so I can kind of call out to that name. Fatima. Okay. I call to Fatima, the grandmother of Kuma, to come into my sacred space and be in commune with me. I call you from the spirit realm during this time when the veil is the thinnest, to come through and talk to Kuma. If you are willing to come and speak, let him know by the looks in my eyes, the way I talk, and the way I see. I ask that you come into me and communicate with Kuma. I'm seeing a curly-haired woman with kind of like big ass eye, like bug eye glasses. I see her wearing like a blue kind of a dress, a blue like with flowers dress a lot on her. I'm trying to describe something that I'm seeing in my head to confirm I've got the right person. So, and she also had like a kind of a stern attitude, but she was fair. But when it came to her grandchildren, she liked to tell you guys stories. She loved telling stories. Does this sound about right? She wasn't curly haired? Okay, give me a second then. Did she wear blues though? Did she wear blues with like polka dots or something like that? Because I am feeling something like that. Okay, now I'm seeing more straight. It's like she has a wave in her hair. I don't know if that's what I call stuff like that, but that's what I'm getting. So I just want to make sure I'm connecting to the right spirit. So I'm going to bless with blue polka dots. Yeah, I'm seeing that person. So as long as that sounds correct, I'm going to let that energy in. So give me a moment to just give her permission to come in. Hello, dear. How have you been, sweet pea? I'm doing just fine, hon. No more pain. That's for sure. I live in the happiest memories ever. I'm very much at peace. But I still come watch you kids every once in a while. I try to keep you out of trouble, but you kids have always been rambunctious. No, I am visiting. Yes, I am. Especially when I keep reminding you to not give up on yourself. Because I remember telling you all of the time that you needed to believe in yourself more and never give up on yourself. So I'm just trying to remind you what I used to tell you all the time. I know, dear, but advice, huh? You know, the only advice I have left to give you is stop hiding behind some of those fears that you keep trying to scurry under. And it's time to maybe brave a little bit more and step out and just live life. Because you know I regretted not taking the advantage of my youth. And I kind of wish you would take advantage of your youth a little bit and let that out a little bit more. To live a little bit more life. Because sometimes I see you stuck and afraid to try. Sometimes. Not a lot, but sometimes I feel like I gotta kick you in the ass and make you go outside and play. Yes, I do, hon. Well, then travel, dear. Why aren't you coming to my homeland and checking it out? Why aren't you coming to visit that land and find out where your heritage comes from? You know how important family was to me and heritage was to me. So go explore it. You know you wanted to know more about that. Your father. That boy, I was trying to get you for a long time. He's his own man. And I wish I could have raised him a little bit better. But you know what? He ain't gonna do it. You know. This has gotta be you. For you. Because you want to do it. Not because daddy. And you know you have to start letting that go and forgive his ass, right? Well, yes. I was talking in the abstract, hun. You know, kind of like that. I think all you would have to really do is if you can show him the benefit of it, that this is gonna help you move forward. If you can show him that this is going to be something that is going to show him that there's a benefit to it, of there's some reason that you can learn some knowledge and wisdom from it, you know, as long as you can show him the practical side of it, he'll be more likely to be okay with that. And say, you'll go halfies, you'll go half and half. You pay half of it, I'll pay half of it. You know, he's that kind of guy. And I am kind of getting a mixture of, this is me here, sorry. I am kind of getting a mixture of two different grandmas sometimes. So if you're getting conflicting messages, I don't know if they're two different grandmas kind of giving messages, but the one, Fatima, is the one talking the most right now. Oh, let me reconnect now. Yes. Please. Please. If you loved me in any way, form, just try. That's all I'm asking you to do is try. When you create it, sweetie, when you create it, What was my biggest message about family? What was my biggest message about family? What is real family? And what does that really mean? The people who show up, the people who want to be involved, the people who give you both sides of the coin, who support you, but also kick you in your butt from time to time. You're not going to agree with every family member. Yeah. We're helping you, hon. But it's time you start to think about what it means to create that family for yourself. You are the first person who is the most loving, kind person. And it's just important for you to know that. You should always take your parents' advice. But you still have a brain of your own, sweetie. The point is to make that choice, to be presented with the choice and say yes or no to whether that's important for you. How does it make you and your life feel? That's what's the most important. Your mom will have her opinions, your dad will have his opinions, but they shouldn't be your opinions unless they're your opinions. You need to stop letting people tell you how to live your life and start living the life you want to live. I think that's all you need, sweetie, but I'm giving you a big hug right now. Do you feel me hugging you? Right on the back there? Just know I'm right there. I'm just speaking through this guy, but I'm right there behind you. Don't worry. We'll still be here for you when you need us. And just like you've been doing, just call out to us and listen, and we're coming to help you. But you got to do some of this on your own. We can't do it for you. You know that, hon. Okay. I love you. I'm safe. I'm happy. I'm at peace. When you're ready to let me go, call my name out one last time. And I will always be in your heart. But when you no longer need me anymore, then I'll leave. But until you do, I'll still be here for you. I love you. Okay? When you're ready. Don't worry. I'm not stuck or anything like that because you're hanging on to me. I'm just visiting. I'm already in the place I'm supposed to be. I'm just visiting. But there is a part of you that does need to let me go. But you can work on that, okay? Let's work on you first. And then we can work on the other stuff later, okay? That can take time. No rush. I'll be waiting right at the door when you're ready to come home. I promise you, I will walk you into that light when it's your turn. So you better be looking for me. Because I'm going to give you the biggest hug you've ever had. I love you, sweet pea. I gotta go. I'm back. I hope that was an effective communication for you, Kuma. I feel her spirit still around me, slightly in communication with me, but I don't really feel her in me anymore. She's kind of traveled back by your side there. And I really had this sense of she's very proud of you, and she really thinks that you have finally started taking an active role in making her life be better, and she's proud of you for that. That's the last thing I got from her on the way out. So, did you need anything else from me today, Kuma? And this is the kind of stuff we'll be doing on the 31st, but I'm going to reserve the rest of it for the 31st, guys. So, I hope that communication was effective. As I see it, whenever it happens, I have this kind of a blank stare, and then people always tell me they see something in my eyes when they come in. Now, you'll have to verify that for me or not. Does it seem like her personality and all that stuff? Because haven't done a lot of this in through a TV screen. I can do it way better in person. Like I said, when you have that personal connection, it's a lot stronger. But through here, yeah, because a lot of her, because you got to remember, once they leave this world, all of that crap that they used to hang on to drops off. That no longer carries with them. We think all of our crap comes with us when we die. Not all of it does. Most of it just goes back into the earth for more change for us to gather up. The stuff that goes to heaven, or the good place, as we like to call it, is all of that stuff that's positive in our life. All the stuff that we couldn't change or move out of our life goes to what we would call a typical hell, or I call it the darkness, to reversed and revived and re-energized in there, because we need both energies in this world. So there you go, Kuma. I'm glad that helped you today. I hope it did. And I love you. I'm going to move you off of my list and go to Crypto Girl is next in line. Crypto Girl to the reading room. Crypto Girl to the reading room. So join me on the 31st I will be doing channeling like that. I will be trying to contact spirits for you. We will be doing an opening and closing ritual. So there will be, a little bit of magic involved in this too as well, guys. And it will be a lot stronger on Halloween, because that's when the veil is the very thinnest. So, all right. Let me see what they have to say for you, Crypto. Will the platform approve my cousin's investment for withdrawal soon? It's been 48 hours since she's paid the platform. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what they got to say. And you want 10 and 10. Where was the numbers? Where were the numbers? Okay, 10 and 17. Okay, there we go. Get them in the right spot for Crypto. Clear these cards off, right? Okay, here are your 10 official shuffles. We have a ad starting in 2 minutes and 54 seconds. In case you have ads, please let me know. If you do, I will stop the reading. All right, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You have a 1, 2 God card message, Crypto. And now the 17th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Well, welcome in, Eros. Thank you very much for coming on in. First time chatter. Well, they're going to start in about 1 minute and 56 seconds. So they're not starting yet, but they will be soon. So I'll see you after the ads. But if you want a reading, just press !join, get in the queue, and I'll help you as soon as I'm done with Crypto for today. All right, let's see what they have to say to you, though, hon. That's a good sign. That's a pretty good sign. Okay. Yep. Well, Crypto, kind of what I was feeling, honestly, when you started asking this question, And one of the things that I wanted to kind of tell you about is, yeah, this is going to be the week that it's being. It's kind of like a processing thing, where we're going through a certain processing. It's just that's in the process right now of being converted, and as soon as that money has been allocated to be converted from one thing to another, that's when the account will become flush. Yeah, they're slow because because interest rates, they have to calculate the right interest when when you officially called that out, and they're going to give you all of that. They have to go. I don't know if interest makes a difference in where you're at, but usually with interest, there has to be that calculation. So once you say you're ready to withdraw it, at that moment, that's when you sell that stock and turn it into crypto and stuff like that. But they are planning. Hey, New York, welcome in, my brother. And, so, I got to turn that off. Sorry. So, it's planting the new seeds. So the new seeds are coming, hon. They just, like I said, we're picking out the right seeds so that when you're ready to get that money, you can plant them in the right places. Tending back to self is what we're going to be doing here. So just remind yourself that this is all this is just how it goes when you get that kind of amount of money. I think it will probably most likely hit it right around Halloween-ish, if not before. I think before the weekend's over, before the week is out, I think she'll have that release of money, because like I said, planting is in the past, so she's already done everything she needs to do to get it. Now she's waiting for it to come into her, and so that she can start to tend to self. Well, she can't do that until she has that money, right? So that means it's coming, because that's going to give her the ability to go back to tending to herself or what she wants to use it for. And it's involving stuff in her family in the future, because the Blue Wolf card is all about family and about calling out to that one true family who's going to support you and help you make right decisions. And it's going to be the people you want in your pack that's going to help you be able to be in that middle ground where you don't have to be the leader or the follower. You're just going to enjoy the time you have with what you got right now. So we'll be kind of bringing the family a little bit back together, but it's for monetary reasons, not always emotional reasons. And that's where you have to really. And then you got the release card. So I do believe by the end of the week it will be released. So, that's kind of, when I saw the release card, it was pretty much a yes, that it's going to be soon, So I think it would be most likely Thursday or Friday, if not before then, but I'm feeling more Thursday or Friday, kind of at the end of the week. They're finishing up I feel like they're finishing up calculations, and then what they've got to do is they've got to wait for a certain amount of time before that money can go into your account, because they have to make sure the funds are available first. And they don't keep that stuff it's always in flux, so they have to be able to cash out what they need to be able to pay you. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. I think what I believe what's going on is more of the processing of it. We're just in the form of processing it and paying it out. And usually, there's a 2 to 3 wait period, depending on how big amount of money it is. They might need to do it in a certain way, so that's why they have to make sure the bank's okay, the account's okay, everything's going to go where it's supposed to go, that kind of stuff. So it's more of the fine details of how we're going to pay it, more than anything. That's what I'm feeling. But I do believe before the weekend, I think that she'll get that. So that's that reading. And then we got God cards for you too there, Crypto. And we have a get the big picture. So remind yourself that to get the big picture, to look at all of the aspects of what's going on right now, and that to understand that there are things going underneath the surface that you aren't aware of that are just going in processing fee. This is just another confirmation to your other question, because digging underneath the surface and finding out what we need to bring to the surface so that you can get the big picture and see everything for how it really is. And that, I really feel like this is a secondary answer for you, just to kind of give you some confirmation on that. Because all the right lines are coming together. We're finishing the last stitch before we can give you that. You know what I'm saying? And that's your reading for today, Crypto. You know what to do if you want another one. So that is what you do. So Eros, welcome to my reading room. Welcome to my reading room. We do things a little bit different here than some of the other tarot readers out here. I ask you to choose some numbers for me. What are these numbers? Choose your number 1 through 10 for a shuffle amount. That's how many times I shuffle my custom-made deck for you. And then choose a second set of numbers, 1 through 52. That's where your answers will be in my deck. If cards fall out of the deck while I'm shuffling, those are called God cards. They're the most extreme messages I can give anybody, and I always usually warn people that they can sometimes kick your spiritual ass. But you don't always have to see them if you're a first-time chatter here. So if you would like to ask a question, just make it as simple as possible. If you want a general reading, just say I would like a general reading. I'll tell you what I generally feel you need to know for today. But if you have a question, just let me know what it is so I can understand it. That's all I ask. Everything else is up to you. Please throw me your numbers and your question. And when you're ready, we'll get going. You're welcome, by the way, Crypto. So, Eros to the reading room. Eros to the reading room. A general reading. All right, no worries. I'm going to clear these cards off because I always do a cleansing shuffle. I got to move my camera up just a little bit here so you guys can see me shuffle. I always do a cleansing shuffle to make sure you get a clean reading. And then when I feel like they're in the right spot for you, as soon as I see your numbers, I start shuffling for you. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. Okay, Eros? So, just in case you were listening, 1 through 10 is your shuffle amount. 1 through 52 is your answer amount. Those are the only two numbers you need to choose between. Whenever you're ready, let's go. 7 is your shuffle amount, and what is your other amount? One through 52. Okay, thank you. Now I have my numbers. Yep. Okay, those feel like they're the right spot. Here is your official 7 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. No God cards for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, and the 33rd card is now on top. Let's see what you need to hear today. All right, my friend. Eros, welcome on into my reading room. So, one of the things I want to talk to you about is the sense of completion that you're starting to finally feel a little bit of a sense of completion recently. That you've felt like you've kind of reached a stage of maturity in some ways. You're not quite done with the journey yet. You know you have a little bit left more to grow, but you have tried to make a more positive, looking at myself kind of life. We look at ourselves as the whole tree now. the good stuff, the bad stuff, all the things that made us up who we are. Through wisdom and knowledge, we have started to gain some insights not only to why our lives have been happening the way it is, but also finding out that we are starting to reach that point within ourselves. We're starting to feel like we're coming to be that whole person again. We're doing this so that we can start to move forward and make a new challenge and change in our lives. We're ready to just take something new on. So now what the universe is asking you to do is to share with it what you really want. So ask yourself right now and share with the universe and your God or higher power what you actually would like more in your life now. Think about those things that you need to start to communicate with your higher power, your highest self, or your highest life. As long as you can start to express in a way that is going to be both physical, mental, and spiritual, that means I have to start to share something physically good I need to start doing, mentally I need to start doing, and spiritually I need to start doing for myself, but also to give back and to share that what I have learned, I want to share with the others. So now that we're starting to think about sharing some of what we've learned with others, we're starting to think about what that life is going to look like. So we're gathering up all of those energies and all of that stuff, and we're gathering up all those thoughts in our mind, and we're trying to consider we've obtained this goal, but we're ready for a new goal. So we're starting to think about what that new goal is. How do I want to continue to still grow? What do I need to share with the universe and myself and my higher power of what I want? Here's what I want. Now that I know for sure this is my concrete thought, all I have to do now is bring it into existence. I don't have to wait for it to just sit there anymore. I now have to bring it from existence into being. So that means you're going to go through a small little labor process. But that just means that for a short bit, you'll kind of go through a bump in the road for a bit, and it'll just be enough to make you look back and go, oh, that's why I had to go through all of this. It's not going to be like a get you down kind of a bump. It's more of a, oh, here realize what we've actually accomplished. It will be time to bask in the sun again around more of your more positive friends, getting around the people who remind you to look for the positive things in life again, getting around more friends in social situations where you can get that feedback and that love and that respect that you are desiring, and that those other feelings, recognize that when you are in that group of people who think like you do, feel like you do, and allowing those loving, kind, beautiful messages to come through, that's when we start to bask in the sun. And when, just like a sunflower does all day long in a sunflower field, it follows the sun from morning to night. And at that time when it goes to bed, all it does is one turn. And that's all the energy it spends to get back to the point where it is ready to face the day again and gather up all that positivity all over again. And that's kind of what I'm feeling I need to tell you today there, Eros. Good. And it's just kind of like one of those, one of the other things I wanted to tell you, Eros, also as well, is that your guides right now are trying to find a new way to communicate with you. So really pay attention and get that focused mind, that meditative mind, where you bring yourself back down to that center, where you know that you've got that small, quiet mind. I'm not telling you to have a completely quiet mind, because I know they race in there sometimes, okay? But as quiet as you can get it, and then hear the song that they're singing and hum along with it, because they're doing something with song or melody or something like that, kind of a song in your heart kind of a deal. I don't know if this will make sense to you, but it's something your guides wanted me to tell you, that they're trying to make that communication. Music, they're going to be sending you music somehow. So pay attention when you see like synchronicities like 222s and you hear a song come on. Pay attention. That's your guides trying to tell you something. And that's what they wanted me to tell you today. So I hope that helps you. Our goal here is to try to help move people to a more positive world and move on to a more positive life. and to realize that they have other changes and choices in their lives. And that's what I'm here to do, is to remind you that today can and will be your best day ever, because you said today I'm going to choose it to be. So that's what they're trying to get you to, is to remind yourself that you choose what your path is every day. And all you got to do is say, today is the day this happens. And that's the last thing they want me to tell you. So I sometimes get late messages. So something's that's all for you. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Crypto girl to the reading room. Crypto girl to the reading room. Get your butt in here. It's your turn. Let me start cleansing. See how the relatives' feelings are about you now, huh? Overall, how they feel about you? Okay. Ten and 24. Here we go. Hey, Siri, how you doing today? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm in the middle of starting to do a reading. Oh, sorry, not that Siri. I don't know what that was about. All right, here are your 10 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ooh, they're really giving you straightforward, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here's your hydrate. And here's your reading, crypto. How do they feel about you overall? So, crypto, you want to know if it's more of a negative or positive feeling towards you. The thing that they are feeling towards you overall is that they feel like you are still trying to let go of some things, that you are starting to move out of your life, that you are trying to move away from, that you are trying to get rid of in your life, and you're trying to use those to your benefit in the future. You know that there's a couple of things you want to change about your your own life, and what you want to do with it, and what you are ready to let go of or not let go of, so that you can start to concentrate on how that will bring you bounty in the future. What they think of you most of all is that you're trying to get rid of those things and gather the right things. They kind of still feel like you're wandering and searching for stuffing. They don't know if you've quite found what you're looking for. They see you on that journey and wondering where you're going to end up next. They don't see you they see you kind of wandering and not really sure about what your plans are or what you want to do with everything and stuff like that. So sometimes there's that searching feeling, because this card is always about in search of that thing you hope you find at the end of the rainbow. So whatever they hope they find in you someday, they're hoping that one day you wake up and see their point of view, whatever that point of view is. It doesn't really feel negative or positive, but so it's kind of like that. Yeah, it's kind of like that. I wonder kind of a thing. They do see you trying to be a little bit more protective of yourself and maybe a little bit more resistant to things coming your way. So if they're launching some negative stuff at you, they see you being strong enough to handle it, to have that hard, honest to God shield that is going to protect you, but still keep you growing. The birch tree is always about that resilience, that the hits keep being thrown your way, but you keep putting that Captain America shield up and deflecting them off. So sometimes they feel like, you're getting better at protecting yourself and defending yourself and standing up for yourself. But sometimes that also comes off as they feel like arrogance and they feel like I know better. And sometimes they feel like that. Sometimes they do see that they are always going to be a part of their family. They just don't know where you fit in that family. Sometimes you're going to be family. You're always going to be family. But where do you fit? Are you the leader? Are you the follower? Are you the one who just stands there? Are you the lone wolf? Are you the one who wants to be a part of this family? Where do you fit here? And that's what they majorly ask themselves most of the time is, where do you fit in this family? Are you fitting in this family by throwing those things that aren't going to make you live that life anymore, and you're going to start to live your life in a more positive way or something different than what you're doing? Are you going to find what you're looking for? Maybe there's some mystery we don't know about you, so we're always wondering about you, but we see you protecting yourself and maybe being defensive to their thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I'm feeling, crypto. So I don't know. I think that's it feels like they're softening a little bit, because before I used to feel them be a little bit more aggressive towards you, but I feel like some of it's softening now, and I think that's because the pressure's finally coming off of them. With everything that's coming in for them, the pressure's starting to be relieved a little bit. So they're not going to take it out on you as much, kind of a deal. So that's what I feel for you today, crypto. Yeah. So, that's what happens when you get a big dose of karma. That's what karma's for. It's to make you wake up and say, what have I done now? Oops, my bad. So, of course karma got to them, but you knew that was coming, and that's why they got the karma. Now that they've got that, they have a chance to correct their course. Will they listen is the question they're being faced now, because they're being faced with a choice. Do they continue to keep doing the same thing that made their life like it was, or are they going to make a new, different choice, especially with what's coming in for them right now? They don't understand how positive this could make their lives if they choose it to be so. So if they keep living in the negative, they're going to keep living in the negative. Yeah, just hop back in line. I want to get serious reading first, okay? So just hop back in line. You can get another question after Suri. Suri to the reading room. Hello, how are you? And what's your question for today? And what do you need to know? Clearing these cards off. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to reread the question one more time because I was picking up some download there, so. Alright, here are your 10 and 10 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God cards. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you got a physical, mental, and spiritual message too for you today. Alright, and the 10th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10th card is. And you want to know about the girl who ghosted you. Is there a possibility we get back together after this talk? And can we get back together? right now? And what does she feel about you right now? Well, there is some things we need to talk about there, Saruri. One of the things that you have to understand is you have to give it a little bit of a beat. Remind yourself that we both kind of went into each other's defensive modes here, that we each took a little bit of a hit on our shields, and we all got that little bit of a butt hurt. So we've got to remind ourselves to put the right shield back on again, not the one that protects us from harm, but the one that shows us that that change, or at least the answer to the question, has been answered now. Now we don't have to feel like we're throwing up our shields anymore. The defensiveness has started to finally drop because now the question has been met. We addressed the issue. So now we're just giving it a little bit of a beat to give ourselves time to reset. And then what you will have to do is, and this is my suggestion to you, is now we have to start to experience some things together. If she's willing to, then we both have to find out what we need to feed ourselves, what we actually need for this to work. So instead of going after the wants of life, like I want this to be this, this, and this right now. Instead of this, and this right now, I need it to be loving. I need it to be communicative. I need it to be open. I need it to be honest, blah, 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 So you know what the things that we want it to have. We want it to be marriage. We want it to be something better. We want it to be a life that's long-lived, stuff like that. And what you're asking yourself and asking her to do is accept that bounty into her life. You're giving her a choice to choose your hors d'oeuvre again. So as long as you can both show each other the benefit of one another again, that you can feed each other what you need this time, then I believe it could work out. But I do believe that this is more on the way out of I don't really think this is what you need though, Suri. I think that this is just a point where I think you have to start to consider letting go, because the death card is coming, and that usually means change and letting go of something that you can't hang on to. So whether or not you have to let go of the situation and let that die, and let that situation completely be out of both of your lives, so we can both assume that we set that to rest now, and we can begin the journey towards being rebirthed in life again. So that's where that is going for right now. It's that change into something different, a different kind of relationship, or a different kind of looking at things for a while. So there is going to be an adjustment period of letting go of some stuff we both need to let go of in order for anything to happen in the future. So reminding yourselves that you're both trying to reach that point where you feel like you've reached that stage of maturity. Hello, Fibs. And that stage of maturity within each of you is different. Whereas you still have some relationship things you need to relearn how to do better. So does she. You're both going back and healing yourselves of the damage that you've done. Nothing's broken yet, but you can fix it if you want to, as long as you both can see that you're both good people who made a mistake, good people who are still learning how to find their best selves, still reaching mature levels of learning what that means to live in those kind of mature relationships. So just remind yourself that it's a thing that takes a little bit of time. You do it with your partner. You share with your partner. You don't expect them to do anything. You give them the support they need as they give you. So that's kind of what they're saying to you right now is, let's put some healthy shields on. Ones where we walk in sunshine, not in the defense mechanism. Let's feed ourselves what we need. If that's something we can both do together, we need to change this relationship from what it was and completely dissolve what it was to make it something what it will be, so that we will become the better versions of ourselves in the future. So I do believe there is a possibility for this to happen. I don't necessarily know if it's exactly what you need, though. And welcome in, first-time chatters. Hello to all my first-time chatters. It's nice to see you guys. I'm in the middle of a reading right now, but if you want one, exclamation point, join. Otherwise, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hopefully, you'll get the everything that goes on here, and we'll get back to you guys in just a little bit. Yeah, that name. All right, Dips. I'm going to call you Dips. I hope you don't mind that. I don't mean it in a derogatory way. So, anyway, moving on to your God cards there, Suri. Because you got a physical, mental, spiritual one. And this is more like advice for you to help you with moving on and moving forward and stuff. Because I do feel like this is going to be a move on moment for you. But not in a bad way. I think you'll still end up being friends or something like that. I don't know if you'll end up in a relationship like it was before. You're going to have to physically take down some pretty hard stuff. You're going to have to crack through some pretty hard boundaries and have to re-break through the boundaries of trust again and re-break through boundaries of sharing again and re-break through some boundaries in a physical way again. We're going to have to break down the walls so that we can start to see that we are both ready to grow again. And we both have to be ready to do that. Right now, we're putting up some blocks in the way, but you need to take your blocks down. Mentally, you need to think about what you want this to be in the future, how you want it to exist in the future. What is the most reasonable thing that you can think of, that you know this person well enough to know how they do things and why they do things, and know that when they've made up their mind about some things, there's that moment of fluctuation. So you're in that moment of it could go either way. It's how you address it and how you both communicate. So if you guys can work through the middle of that crazy mental mind of letting go of some of the damage both of you incurred from other people, by the way, and you kind of brought it forward into this relationship a little bit. If we can move past that and exist as something new, I believe that's the benefit to you. And then last but not least, it's time to ask and tell the universe exactly what you do want. Step up to the plate and start to walk the walk and talk the talk of the life you said you want to live. So when you do agree to these things, you have to do what you say you're going to do. Tell them what you're going to tell them the way you're going to tell them, and agree to all of the rules. If you both can't agree to both of the rules, you will get 2x4'd. What is a 2x4? That's when the universe comes and knocks you apart, and this time it might be for good. But maybe that's what needed to happen to make you both grow. You might have to go heal for a long, long time before you ever get a chance to do it again. So usually it's about you telling the universe exactly how you want things to be, what you're willing to give up in order to get them. You have to be willing to give up these blocks. You have to be willing to give up this, we're just going to exist in this, we don't know what's going to happen frame of mind. Once we break down these things, now we can start to live the life we're supposed to be living. Yeah? So that's what they're trying to tell you today there, Suri. All right. That's your reading for today. All right, Crypto, your last and final reading for today. This will be your third one for today. Crypto Girl to the reading room. Crypto Girl to the reading room. And if anybody else would like a reading, please press exclamation point and join. Give me that like, give me that follow, or just say, hi, I'm here. And I will greatly appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying your time here, guys. My name is Joshua. I am the unknown prophet of Twitch. Okay. What's the last and final question there, Crypto? I think we got the money thing pretty much taken care of. I think we have a good idea of that. You tell me what you need to know. I got to take a coffee break here. Give me your numbers and your question, as I like to say. Typing. Okay, I'm shuffling. You type, I'll shuffle. So if anyone out there is interested in how it works here, I ask you to choose some numbers. I put the future in your hands. Hey, we're back from a commercial break, so if you guys want a reading for yourself, press exclamation point join. All this is all you have to do. I ask you to choose some numbers here. I ask you to choose a number 1 through 10 for your shuffle amount, 1 through 52 for your answer amount. Wherever those cards may lie for you, just choose your numbers wisely. If you have a question you want to ask, please ask it as simply as possible in chat. If you don't have a question of the day, just say I want a general reading. Other than that, if cards fall out of the deck while I'm shuffling, they're called God cards. I will reveal those to you at the end of your reading, and I will let you know what those mean. If anybody else wants one, please let me know. All right, there we go. We did a little spiel there for everybody else there. All right, crypto, here we go. Let me get these in the right spot for you. What else is coming for you in November? All right, what's coming for you? And only you. I'm gonna make my head rise. Oh, only you. All right, here we go. All right. Get him in the right spot for you. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, they like it here. All right, what's coming for you in November, crypto? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 2 God cards for you today, crypto, for this question. All right, and the 5th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th card is what's coming for crypto in November. Ooh, someone's going to like this one. Crypto, I think you've been feeling this for a while, but I want to remind you that right now you are scratching only the surface about what is going to be coming for you in November. You know what you're going to be getting soon. You know that it's going to be helping you. There's a lot of things that you're going to have to understand about yourself. Once you get this, it's going to change your thinking just a little bit, and you're going to have to really understand what are your motivations for doing certain things, what's under the surface of what you want, why you want to do it, and why you want to use it for these reasons. But all of that will be revealed to you, because this is the time to break the cycle. If you ever wanted to break the hamster wheel cycle and change your life for the better, this is the moment that is going to start to help you change in November. We're going to be moving you from one circle to a different circle. Instead of being on the hamster wheel, we're going to move you to the hamster maze, where you'll have a lot of more choices, and beautiful ones at that. Not every end will be a dead end. Every end will be a new beginning. And as you start to search for those things that will help you change and grow and move those out of those old bad cycles into new better cycles, you will start to seek out a circle of friends and family, of people who are supportive of you. You will ask for the right kind of support in your life. You will finally seek out the right kind of advice. Instead of hearing it from all the gaggly other people who want to tell you how to live your life, you'll maybe get some professional opinions here, so that you can better manage everything that's coming your way. Everything from physical, mental, and spiritual could go in your favor, as long as you realize that you have to make this a part of your family and what you want to create, not necessarily what everyone else wants you to create. It's going to be a explode moment for you in November, because you've been waiting for this moment. Once that fucking little bit of that crack of that crust starts to crack at the bottom of that volcano, and you start to build up that pressure and build up that pressure, you know that there's going to be some of the old world that you will just obliterate, that there won't be any of that old life left, because that will not be your life anymore. You will live a different life, a different kind of life. As long as you can live within your means, you'll be okay. So remind yourself to use everything you get for your creation, for your betterment, for your future. Set yourself up for success, so that you've already gotten things taken care of that you wish you could get taken care of now. Pay for your funeral in advance. Make sure you have life insurance up until the end of your days on your house, your car, everything. Pay everything up that you can pay up in advance. So all you have to do is use the rest of your money to live your life and enjoy. So that is honestly what I feel you're going to be doing with that. And it kind of is going to be your recreation moment. So that's kind of what I'm feeling that November is honestly going to be for you, is your recreation moment. When you get to create your island of paradise you get to live on. Right, Wonder Woman? All right, and your God cards are for this November. Try to find the balance within yourself. Try to find both the good and bad of you, crypto. Try to find a way to use this to increase your chances of getting your destiny. And allow yourself to understand that you do have one. It's time to start to give into your dreams and start to give into the things you've always wanted to have happen in your life. Find the balance between yes, I want and yes, I need. If I can walk that gray in between, you're going to be just fine. Remember, you will have to be a little bit determined about this path. And good morning to you, Chatnu, Cherry. And welcome to all those people who are in chat. But remind yourself that there are going to be things you're going to have to overcome, that there are going to be obstacles in the way, but you're going to have the resources and the ability to find out how to do that in more constructive ways now. You'll have the tools you need to cut through the things in the way. So remind yourself that you're going to have every tool you need available to get to your end goal, which is what? Happy, right? It's time to be happy. That's your reading for today, crypto. Last and final one for today, at least. Thank you very much for stopping by. Appreciate you as always. You know I love you. Yeah, you better take that Wonder Woman to heart, okay? Jing, jing, cha-ching, jing, cha-ching, jing. Next time they start flinging bullets at you, just go cha-ching, cha-ching, in your mind, and just fling them right back at them. Get that lasso of truth and swing it around them and make them tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Right, Wonder Woman? All right. All right, young lady. Fibra. Fibs. Yeah, Fib. To the reading room. Fib to the reading room. Welcome in, new chatter. How are you doing today? And welcome in. If I can pronounce or say your name better, please let me know. I'll do my best. Otherwise, I'll stay with Fib. And all I need from you are some numbers. Please tell me 1 through 10 how many times you want me to shuffle the deck. Please tell me 1 through 52 what the answers are in my deck. Then I will shuffle. Hey, Joseph Tarek in the chat. My number 1 first mod ever. Who's the man? Who's the man? Who's the man just subscribed for a tier from with this prime sub? And, not a tribe sub. He actually gave me a subscription. Thank you very much. 15 months. All right. And then do you want, yeah. All right. And if you have a question, just ask it. Otherwise, if you want a general reading, just say general. That's how it works here. So if you have a question, just ask it. Or say, I want a general. And I'll start shuffling the deck and clearing these cards off so you get a clear reading. So whenever you're ready, Fibs, if you just want a general, just say general. If you have a question, you may be typing. So, okay. Let's see what they have to tell you today, Fibs. All right, they're ready for you here. 7 shuffles. 1. Now that's too many. When a God cards have to be under 6 in order to count. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have a 3 God card message for you today, Fib. This is a physical, mental, and spiritual message for you. And we also have the 4th card. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we have all of that which is coming for you in 2025? That's a pretty big question for you. Or what should you do? Sorry, I had to go big look. I said, wait a minute, that's not. What should you do in 2025? So here is the advice that I have to give you for today and what to do in 2025 to help reach your goals. Okay? Okay. It's time. I'm just putting some more coffee here real quick. So my coffee is a little bit warmer. So, Fib, one of the things I have to tell you about is that what should you do in 2025? First and foremost, it is time to finally break down those barriers that keep blocking you from the happiness that you want. I know you feel protected right now and maybe even safe because you hide behind these walls of safety. Not that the walls of safety are bad, it's just sometimes they protect you too much from the change that you want in your life. So sometimes without trying, you are unintentionally blocking yourself from your own happy. Sometimes you let those fears and anxieties get in the way of what truly will make you happy, what you actually need back in your life again. I feel like that some part of you is trying to slowly chip away at this wall and trying to make sure that you can see the light on the outside, breathe the fresh air on the outside, but you're done being stuck behind this wall and you want to break through to the other side of what it means for you and your life. So what will it mean if we can break through in 2025 and break through these barriers we've kind of set up for ourselves? Whether they're personal barriers or physical barriers, mental barriers, or spiritual barriers, we have to learn how to melt our ice down so it can feed the ground that we live on so that the grass can grow again. Winter does not last forever and ice does melt eventually. It's time for you to realize that every single strand that's been going on in your life has made the big picture of your life be revealed. If you really look at your life and see why everything happened the way it needed to happen, you will start to see why this destiny, why this life had to be lived like this. You'll start to see it all come together. The big picture will be revealed to you in 2025. You will finally get what you're here to do, why you're here to do it, and what will make you happy and successful going forward. It has yet to be revealed to you because we are still kind of working on what that picture looks like. It's getting ready to receive the right kind of gift. We are ready to receive the right kind of gifts for a change instead of the icky negative gifts that sometimes are the catalyst we need to move our butts out of that safe spot, right? But we have to remind ourselves that we have to be ready for the gifts. Even a really good gift can be overpowering sometimes. It's like when people win the mega jackpot $100 billion lottery. You have all of this abundance right in front of you, but people blow through it so fast, or the lottery curse, as they like to call it, is true, because when you feel you have the freedom to do whatever you want, you don't pay attention as much sometimes. So sometimes you have to slow your roll down and say, is this the right gift to open up at the right time? Is it Christmas morning where I open up all of my gifts? Or is it at birthday time where I have to open up one at a time and really appreciate that this is my renewal back end? Hey, Leo! Chilled Leo's in the chat. Hey, Chilled Leo. One of my favorite streamers ever. She plays some Stream Raiders. I usually go and play Stream Raiders with her after stream because it's just fun to hang there and chill. So thank you for stopping by today, Chilled. Awesome to see you. But the whole point of what you're going through today, Fibs, and the why you're going through everything you're going through right now is because you are ready for a change. You are ready for this old life that you no longer want to finally die, for 2024 to be laid to rest, for the old you to be laid to rest, to be at peace with that part of yourself so that you can mourn that part of yourself and move on from those things that you no longer want in your life anymore. I have a task for you. I want you to go find a box. Some box somewhere, anywhere. This kind of a box, okay? And what I want you to do is I want you to open this box and I want you to tear in little pieces of paper all the things you want to let go and die of this year, of everything you want to change within your life this year. And what I want you to do is I want you to gather up as much as you can. When you're ready, I want you to go hold an actual funeral for this part of yourself that you are going to let die and let move on, so that you can be ready for the new things coming your way in 2025. As they say, let old acquaintances be forgot and let us live forevermore. It is time to move on from the past and embrace a future for yourself. It's time for that change that you said you wanted for yourself. So be ready for that change coming your way. Yep, you can weep if you want into your box. I want you to hold an actual funeral for it. So after you're done, bring it out to your fire pit. Give it a Viking funeral. Your barbecue grill, I want you to burn it through fire, but safely, okay? In your fireplace, whichever way you choose. Okay? And I want you to mourn that thing for 3 days before you decide to move on. On the third day, you come up with your power saying, what is going to move you for 2025? And what is your creed for 2025? What is the standard for you? Where are you going to begin that new, fresh baby you just born? Okay? So that's what we got for the 2025 reading. And we do have some more advice from you, from your gods. Now, since I haven't seen you before, and give me a second to get my camera to focus here, and you've never been to my stream before, God cards are the most extreme messages I give everybody, but they're not necessarily about the question you just asked. There can be a message from your higher power to you, trying to give you the advice you need to hear for you right now. So, all you have to do is say, I want to see my God cards, and I will tell you in a physical, mental, and spiritual way how they can see you being helped in 2025. That's up to you if you want to see them. Your choice. Next time you come in, though, you have to see them automatically. That's the only rule. And if you want to see them, you just say, let's go. All right. So physically, what do you need to do? Physically, you need to stop putting yourself in this box that you've always put yourself in. Time and time again, you show this much of who you are in this world. It is time to break free of what everyone thinks you are and show them who the real reflection of who you truly are is. The good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between. It's time to step out of that little box and show people who you truly, really are, and let them see you for the first time if you're brave enough in a physical way. So strut your peacock ass out. Put yourself out there. The geekiest geek you can be, the metalist metal you can be, the whateverist you need to be. It's up to you what your image is. You believe in what that image is. But if you break apart that image and see who you truly are reflected back in the mirror, guess what? You become a mirror for everybody else. So all those people who used to tell you aren't doing good will finally see what they're doing to themselves. Mentally, what do you need to do? It is time to use this moment in your life like a catalyst. You know that little rough patch on the back of all little matchboxes, right? It's kind of like this little spot that we prepare for ourselves to get ready to ignite the life that we want. All these troubles and tribulations that we thought we had to go through in order to say, it's time for me to take some action here. It's time for me to take my will, my intent out of that matchbox and strike against the grain and ignite this fire within myself that will push me forward. It's time to take some mental action. It's time to believe in myself even more, to believe in my dreams even more, to ignite the fuse on the end of the thing that will explode my life the way I want it to be. So let this be your catalyst moment and let it spring you forward and ignite your life. All right, and a spiritual way for you. It is time to start to listen to those inner voices deep inside of yourself. Whether you realize it or not, your guides are talking through those deeper, hard emotions that you have sometimes. Those little voices that you sometimes try to ignore. It's time to listen to those little voices and start to wield the very magic you've been waiting to wield your whole life. You know what? You've got the magic wand. All you got to do is point it down to the universe and say, hey, universe, I just want to hear what you're telling me. I want to listen, but I want to use what you're telling me to carve my own damn future right in front of my eyes. It's time to listen to those inner voices and start to communicate in a spiritual way with yourself, your guides, and your higher power as much as you can do that right now. Whether it's praying once a day or whether it's just saying, hey, okay, I hear you. You want more communication. Whatever way you choose to do that, I leave up to you and your God. That is your reading for today, Fibs. So I hope you enjoyed that today. I hope that helped you in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to move on to Cherry next. I've been doing really good, Jessa. My health has been coming a lot back. So it's been really, really good, you know. So the heart issue is starting to kind of, I'm starting to get back my energy again and stuff like that. So it's been going really good. Like I said, I've been recovering because we caught it so fast, because everything went pretty much clockwork the way it's supposed to go if you do the right thing. Basically, I'm the best case scenario of that. So, very maybe a small slur here and there once in a while, but that's about it. All right, Cherry, you want a 2025 reading too, huh? You got it. So that's how it's been going, Jess. Thank you very much for stopping by, too. And I'm going to clear you off of the queue there, Fibs. Thank you for stopping by. Cherry, it is your turn. Let me clear these cards off for you. Believe you gave me... Hello? Oh, I thought I heard someone knock on our door. And after this reading, I'm going to take a bathroom break real quick. So I will be taking a restroom break after this here real quick. Okay, Jing? Hello? I think someone's knocking. Give me 1 second. It was my cat. Sorry. He was knocking on the door. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to finish your reading real quick and then I'll get a break here and be right back. Ugh. I know. It's getting a little hot in here. That's why I had to do that real quick. Alright, let's get to doing your reading there, Cherry. Thank you for your patience. Alright, and what were your numbers? 2 and 6. You got it. Alright, we'll see you in a little bit, Jing. Alright, reading time. Let me clear these cards off for you, Cherry, so that you get the right spot for you. You want to know what happens in 2025 for you, okay? Yeah, baby, they like it here. All right, we do have an ad starting in 2 minutes and 57 seconds. So if you do get ads, just let me know you have an ad when it starts to play. I will stop and make sure the ad clears before I begin again for all those new people who are in here. So just so you know that, okay? All right, for right now, though, we don't have ads. And we'll get going on this reading. So here is your shuffles for today, and that was 2 and 6. So here are your 2 shuffles. Ready? 1, 2. God cards. 1, 2, 3. You got a physical, mental, and spiritual message too for you. Okay, and fifth card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. So, Cherry, and thank you very much for letting me call you Cherry for this reading. Appreciate that, because I know it's Chantanu or something like that. Chantanu Cherry or something like that. But thank you for letting me just call you Cherry. So, Cherry, what I have for you today is that in 2025, it's going to be about how you have started to already kind of do this anyway. You're starting to really realize that there are some things that you need to work on yourself about, but it's your turn to choose what you want to work on yourself. I think you've been following the other voices for a while, for other people trying to tell you how you want to do things, and now you're actually considering, were they right a little bit? Or were they wrong a little bit? But now you're asking yourself, what do I need for me instead of what they expect of me? You know, kind of putting on the brakes and saying, hold up, I understand and hear you, but this is my life here. I need to start to do things for myself and move in a more positive direction. I need to remove some of the bad things so I can make room for better, good things to come their way. I want to remove some of those anxieties, those fears, those things that I've been working on for a while are starting to close up and finish up so that I can move out the bad furniture so I can move the new furniture in. The better furniture, the better choices, the better changes, the better way moving forward and stuff like that. I am starting to gather up the right kind of ingredients so that I can start to become those things. As I start to drop off the things that no longer have any meaning or needing for myself anymore, I will bring those new positive things back into my life. As long as I can start to believe that I can be those things. It's time to start to act like it, talk like it, and walk like it. It's time to understand that. And an ad breaks. Ad break. Do you have an ad? Ads? Do you have ads? Okay, just one moment. Almost there, almost there. 40 seconds left. I know, I'm silly. We got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, we should be back here in a little bit. Tell me when you're back. All those who are in ads, tell me if you're back now. Okay, good. See, that's why I wanted to make sure I stopped right there. So we heard a lot about what was the being card, right? And we're okay with that, so I'm going to move forward. So the reason that we have to decide who we want to be now is so that we can find what we're looking for at the end of our journey. This is all about enjoying the journey and enjoying the choices that you are currently making. You are deciding your future by deciding who you want to be in that future and how to obtain that in that future. So forward thinking of, this is who I want to become, this is me, this is my past, this is my present, and this is my future. Finding what I'm looking for. But the treasure might not be exactly what you thought it would be inside. It might be even better than you hoped it would be. So remind yourself that on your way towards that treasure, that it's about the journey you're on, not about what you find in there. Because the treasure will always be treasure to you, but not to everybody else. Your finally going through this time in 2025 where you're going to understand what it means to build that resilience for yourself. It's time to take a stand and say, I am me. This is who I am. Like it or don't like it, I will stand the test of time. No matter what you throw at me from now on, my shield is strong enough. My love for myself is strong enough. My belief in myself is strong enough. I wear this shield not to protect myself from the things I need to change about myself, but from those voices who tell me who I don't want to change into. I can't keep listening to those voices anymore. I have to protect myself just like a paper birch tree does. Sometimes we have to split our skin, not in a physical way for us bodies, but when a paper birch tree splits its skin, it does two things. It lets in more light and it lets in more moisture so it can continue to grow. Even in the coldest of colds, it usually has water running through it in it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, up to a certain degree in the cold and a certain degree in the hot. So it has to be extremely really cold or extremely really hot for that water to stop running. So you always have that vitalization and that lifeblood running through you again. So a renewal of that power, a renewal of that energy again. And understanding what it means to be that person who stood the test of time, to build that resilience, to become that resilient, strong person. And that's what you needed to hear for today, Cherry. And I do have some God cards for you as well. And I have a physical, mental, and spiritual message for you too. Do you want to see them? Since you heard my rules already, you know. Okay, good. Physically, what do you need to know? It is time for you to not take the crap anymore. In a very physical way, it is time for you to put down your foot and say, this is your last warning. Get off of my island and stop telling me how to do and live my life. Or if you're on the island when I blow my top off and decide to create this new world, if you're in my way, I will blow over you to get to where I need to get to. If that means you get burned and hurt on the way, I'm giving you your fair warning now. The stupid island is shaking and I've given you enough warning signs. Push me again and I will show you exactly how I will pour my lava down onto my own world and create the world I want. Even if that means I have to burn the world you thought I needed for me. It's time to take that action and believe in the power and passion you have to create the very world in a very physical way. And I'm not telling you to burn your life away. I'm just telling you in a physical way to increase that power and belief in yourself that you can create the life you want. Mentally, it's time for you to remind yourself that this is a stage, that we are building up our mental mind. We are doing this in a way that we can bring all the right ingredients together to make the best possible mind we can. We have to remember the good things. We have to remember the bad things. Hey, sugar and yeast have to go into the mix. But what makes up you is the hops and barley. The water that has been your life's blood your whole life makes up the liquid. And then what you add to it is the spices of life that you add along the way. They've all got to break down in order for them to start to fermentate and turn into that beautiful life. So give yourself a break and remind yourself that the more you break it down into more easily digestible things, the easier it will be for you to start to move forward in your life and see that you have created the bountiful, beautiful liquid you want in your life. And now, spiritually, what do they want you to do? They don't want you to take any kind of change. They want you to really think about what is going to fill the holes. What do you actually need? It's time to stop picking up the sugar cookie that fills it for a second or the Band-Aid that doesn't last more than a week. We have to actually feed ourselves that what we actually need. That means we have to look down at our choices and say, is this what I need that fills this hole? And try it to see if it does fit that hole. It means going out there and experiencing something that might be just a little bit more what you need than what you want. It's time to fulfill that need within yourself in a spiritual way. To fulfill that spiritual need. Whether it's going back to church or being in your spiritual community or just being around friends and talking about life and how to live it. That's talking through the voice of God. When we talk about how we love to live our lives and how we love to accomplish things in our lives, that's us communicating with our higher power. Whatever way you choose to do that, they're asking you to start to consider to make this change that will actually start to heal some of these holes you want healed in your life. And that is your reading for today, Cherry. I'm going to be taking a 5 to 10 minute break for bathroom and stuff. So I will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, guys. So give me a little bit. I do have a cane, and it just take me a while to get back and up and down things. So I will be back as soon as possible. But I'll tell you what, I will leave the music playing for you. Some of my homemade music that I've made, if you guys are interested in hearing that. And then the rest we'll get back to you later, okay? I will see you in about 10 to 15 minutes. Thanks, guys.
Living through the darkness, pain and the sorrow. No shadow shall I claim, no morning shall I see tomorrow. For the night has just begun, enveloping my eyes. I see the dark in all that I have lost, the pain and the cries. Dark embrace, dark in life, dark in moments, dark in night, dark in dreams, dark in sorrow, dark in all that we are. I am unknown. No. I am unknown. No. So now is the day I dream of my final moment, when I dig my own grave and lay down in torment. Say my final farewell, knowing I'm bound for hell, in the dark embrace where my soul shall dwell. Dark embrace, dark in life, dark in moments, dark in night, dark in dreams, dark in sorrow, dark in all that we are. I am unknown. No. I am unknown. No. No fire licks my boots as I step onto the gravel. The shadow of Lucifer hangs over my soul. Unravel, but I have nothing to behold. I dream of life that never comes. I dream of days that will never be, but I have already won. Dark embrace, dark in life, dark in moments, dark in night, dark in dreams, dark in sorrow, dark in all that we are. I am unknown. No. I am unknown. No. In the silence of the night, I find my final peace. The darkness wraps around me, and all my pain will cease. No more dreams of sorrow, no more cries of despair. In the dark embrace, I find solace there. As the shadows close in, I feel the end is near. But in this darkened moment, I have no fear. For in the depths of night, I find my final rest. In the dark embrace, I am at my best. Dark embrace, dark in life, dark in moments, dark in night, dark in dreams, dark in sorrow, dark in all that we are. I am unknown. No. I am unknown. No. The night is my companion, the darkness. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I walked down the road today, on the sunshine beam I stay. Dreams come and go like the breeze. Life's a dance, move with ease. See our hopes and dreams so high, free to fly across the sky. But what we needed is plain to see. In this big family, let the sun arise again. Darkness falls like distant rain.
All right, and we're back. Thank you very much for your patience, guys. Jing to the ring room, jing to the ring room. We're going to give everyone a chance to get back in here, though. Do a little bit of talky talk until we see some people back in the chat again. So welcome back, everybody. Thank you for your patience in letting me have that 5 to 10 minute break. I really do appreciate it. I have to go to the bathroom, and I got a smoke from my neighbor. How about that? Haha. I'm going to be quitting this in a couple of days, and this is how I'm trying to help quit smoking. Is now I'm out of my own tobacco, so I will pick up cigarettes a little bit, and I'll smoke a very tiny amount rather than smoking a lot. So it's kind of helping me with my cravings and stuff like that. Because I have to quit smoking. I have to stop taking some salt in my diet. I have to do a bunch of stuff for my kidneys too, and eat kidney smart, eat hearty smart, and it's just like a bunch of stuff I have to learn how to do, you know? Getting old is not for the weak and mild. I'm going to let you know, if you're young at heart, stay young at heart, and take care of that body. You don't want the kind of issues I have. Well, it happens. So, Jing, whenever you're ready, come back in the reading room. I know you said you were going to go take a bath or something like that, so that's okay. I'll leave you in the reading room for a while. When you come back, and we'll answer your question for today. Yeah, and on Thursday, we will be doing our Samhain event, our communication with the spirit realm. So I will be doing channeling and helping you communicate with your spirit and loved ones that day. We'll be doing an opening ritual and a closing ritual that starts from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, guys. So we're going to be doing an extra long stream. So I will not be streaming Wednesday, because I'm going to be reserving all of my energy for Thursday. So Wednesday I won't be streaming, so we won't have a wacky Wednesday today, because I got some appointments on the 30th that I have to go do as well. So I'm taking that day off for some medical stuff, and also, just get back on track and learning what I have to do now. So, and it has been an adjustment. My energy is low, a lot down. Didn't you already had 3 readings, Crypto? What are you doing back in my reading room? Huh? What you doing back here? Huh? What do you want to know, Crypto? Since we're waiting for Jing, I'll let you get one more out of me, okay? You get one more. That's it, young lady. I owe you one anyway. I owe you an extra one. So, let's go. If you want one, I got you. You're up. But that's it. I paid you back after this. So what do you want to know? How can I help you? Okay. Hey, at least that's a different question. I haven't heard the Brian question for a while. How does Brian feel about MD? Okay, let's see how Brian does feel about MD. Cleansing the cards for you, Crypto. Let me clear them off really good for you. Let's ask them to tell me how Brian feels about you. Yeah, me. I thought that was you, but I was being silly. I kind of thought that's what you meant. I was just being silly because of the typo. I'm a brat, okay? It's okay. You can call me a brat. I'm okay. It's okay. I don't mind. Come on. Bring it on. Bring it on. Yeah. Okay. All right, on to your numbers here, which were 10 and 6. How does Brian feel about you now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 God card message for this answer as well, Crypto. Alright, and the 6th number card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, let's see what they got to say to you today, Crypto. So, most of what Brian is feeling right now is that you're a person who's gathering up all the right ingredients. You're trying to bring everything together to make yourself be the best person you can. They see you working on yourself and working on who you want to be. They're not quite sure what it's going to be quite yet because they haven't had a good old-fashioned taste testing yet, but when they might have that taste test, the world might explode for them. The flavor will be so good that they won't be able to stop consuming it. I don't know if this is what you really want right now, Crypto, but if you were hoping for that, mythical, crazy ass, we're gonna get drunk one night and go for it kind of a night, I kind of see something like that maybe coming for you a little bit, because it feels like something like it's kind of like the tension is gonna, I feel like the tension is going to start to build so much that it's going to be like explode time and both of you are going to find a closet somewhere and get it over with kind of a deal. I don't know if that will make you giggle or make you want to run away. But things are working out exactly the way they're supposed to be working out with him, because he is kind of feeling like that there is some part of you that is going to explode, that's going to maybe destroy his world or create a new one with him. He doesn't quite know yet. He kind of wants to see what the outcome of this drink is, to see what kind of flavor he might like or not like. Everything will work out exactly the way it's supposed to work out. Believe in the dream. Believe in what your end goal is with Brian. If it's a relationship, just remind yourself of that. And then remind yourself that everything that has happened to you up to this point was for a reason. You might not understand it now, but somewhere in the future it may make sense to you. So just remind yourself of that as well. That there are still things that he feels you have to extinguish in your life, like you don't have enough room for him. Hello, Dory. Like you are still trying to go out there and put out the old fire so that there's actually room for you to pay attention to the one fire that's right in front of him. That's kind of what he feels the most for you, is that sometimes you don't put out the fires that you set yourself. And sometimes you have to go around putting out all the fires before you can get around to the real shit you need to work on. But I am going to say there is some tension here. So I don't know if you've been giving him the, Brian is German, he loves beer. Well, like I said, then you're creating the right flavor for him when he goes to pick up that elixir of life you've been creating. He goes, I like me some crypto. Okay? So I kind of see like I don't know, at least some more flirting going on, or something a little bit more bringing up the tensions, or something a little bit maybe a little bit more being a little less guarded around to one another, and kind of saying there's something here and I don't know what it is yet, but maybe we should take a taste test here. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Well, I think that if you did reach out for him, it might be something there. That's all I'm saying. You asked me how he's feeling right now. Well, right now he's feeling like, about you right now. He wonders if you got your shit together. He wonders if you have exploded your life and created the new world you said you wanted to. Is everything going to be okay with you in your world? Are you putting out the right kind of... So that's what I'm saying, So that's what we got to wonder about. So that's kind of how he's feeling right now. And then on top of that, your gods want you to know something else about it, the whole situation. And I think this is more advice if you want to contact him again and reach out to him again. So this is more of advice on if you do choose to reach out to him and kind of see, he becomes your new boss on Friday. So now is what, the time. So this is the time to tend to yourself and make sure you're ready for the wild ride that might be him someday. Make sure you're all ready to rock and roll, that you've got all your shit in a row, you've got your fire tended to, that you're ready to forge a new way forward when or if it does happen. Okay? I'm just telling you that there could be some sparks there in the future. It might even be work relationship sparks, Crypto. It might not be like romantic ones. It just might be a good work, like you work really well with this person. Or it could be that there might be some sexual tension there, but maybe you're both too professional to actually act on it, kind of a stuff, And then there's the bask in the sunshine around your groups and community once again, and to deal with the past so that you no longer have to deal with that future. You know, so now we've dealt with the passion. We're starting to look towards the happier fields where we can start to be in the sunshine again with our friends and our coworkers that we're going to be working on. So the positive environment you will walk into will most likely help heal that past. Okay. Remind yourself to not get in your own way when you're starting this job, though. Don't put things out there that until you've seen them come back to you. So give it a moment. Let's get adjusted to the work and what we have to do as a job first before we worry about whether Brian wants more from you than that. And remember, he is your boss, so there might be a too professional thing between you two. It's just you want it to happen, but because you're too professional, you couldn't do it. But maybe you can sneak one in before he becomes your official boss kind of a deal. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what they're suggesting here, is to get out of your own way and not let your own bullshit get in the way. Let it fall off behind you so that you can walk up to the top of the hill. Okay? So that's kind of what's going for you. Jing, are you in the reading room? Jing, are you back? We have an ad starting in 1 minute and 10 seconds. Jing to the reading room. Jing to the reading room. Jing to the reading room. You're welcome. That's it for today, though, Crypto. Come back tomorrow if you want another one. All right. Jing to the reading room. Jing to the reading room. We're going to give you 3 minutes on the clock. Alexa, Jing. 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Starting now.
So we're going to give her 3 minutes to respond, and then we'll get to Dory's after that and Morph's after that. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well out there. Our hours are going to be changing next week, so I will be going from 10 until 1 next week, starting on November, I believe it's November 4th. So starting November 4th, we'll be doing new hours. So just to remind you guys, we'll be starting at 10 to 1 from now on, and I'll only be doing Tuesday through Friday to help with some of my health concerns. So I'm going to be reducing my hours a little bit and changing them up a little bit so I can get to more people. I have to start taking better care of myself, guys. So, you know. So I'm going to finish my cigarette because I only get this last week to... This last week is my last week of smoking. So, ad stops in 1 minute and 30 seconds if you have ads. We'll give this time for Jing to get back in here too. I'll probably just put Jing on the bottom of the list though. She'll be back. She just was taking care of some stuff real quick, so. All right, we got 1 minute left for Jing. 1 minute left for Jing. Dory, you're next. Morph, you're after that. And guys, please join me October 31st for my Spirit Guides stream. I'm going to be doing a 6-hour stream that day. We're going to be communicating with spirits and spirit guides and your loved ones and stuff. I'm going to be doing an opening and closing ceremony for that. So if you guys are back here, I will let you know more about that later. So we are going to be having a special event on October 31st. If you want to find out more, go to the Discord and get on that live announcements page, and you'll find out more information about that. All right, Jing, your time is up. We'll move you to the end of the room. Alexa, stop timer. All right, Dory, water to the reading room. Dory to the reading room. What do I want? I want a menthol. Dory to the reading room. Dory to the reading room. Dory, whatever. You now have 3 minutes. Alexa, 3-minute timer for Dory.
Dory timer, 3 minutes.
3 minutes,
Starting
Dory.
now.
Starting now. We always give everyone 3 minutes to come in here. Morph, you're next. Jing, you're last. Oh, are you willing to tell me what it was? Yeah, sorry. Batty, nice to meet you, Batty. Welcome on in. Welcome back. Well, there's some conflicting shit there, but she made her choice, didn't she? I think you should make yours now, Suri. Move on. If she doesn't appreciate you, you might as well go find someone who will. Her loss. That's all I gotta say. See, there you go. Hey, you know what? You might as well. If the relationship's done anyway and everything like that, why not give it the old college try? Maybe she'd be better returning. Yeah, and so why not? Like you said, Hey, if there's something there, maybe that's the thing that could be the thing you've been looking for. You never know. 55 seconds there, Dory. 55 seconds. You're absolutely right. You don't need to wait on her any longer. I think you're kind of starting to see that now, Yeah, she says she misses you, but she's still choosing somebody else's. That says a lot to me. I'm sorry. Dory, your time is about to expire. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Morph to the reading room. Morph to the reading room. Yeah. Alexa, cancel timer. All right. Yeah, that's the other thing, is she wants a safe place to run back to if this doesn't work out. You're her safe place. You're the one who won't reject her, right? You're the one who won't turn her away, right? Well, maybe if you were the one who turned her away and told her, no, you can't have me anymore. Yeah. Well, relatively speaking, okay, Suri, come on now. I just meant you're her safe place to run away to. I didn't say, Exactly what Batty said. Exactly. All right. We're moving on. Morph to the reading room. Morph to the reading room. We're going to give you a 3-minute timer, Morph. Alexa, 3-minute timer.
3 minutes. Starting now.
Morph, you have 3 minutes. But you're absolutely right. I have a rule. If they wanted to be there, they would be there. If they wanted to be in a relationship with you, they would already be in a relationship with you. If they're seeking other people to fill that spot, they're not with you. They're with that person. So until you have a coming back together and you can both deal with the shit, And I don't think there's, like you said, worthy of your time, honestly. So, yeah. Right now, blessed be to that one, Batty. Blessed be to that one. He's absolutely right. Everyone here has a mission. Everyone here has choices and changes in their lives. Everyone has a reason to be here, whether it's good or bad sometimes. Everyone gives us the choices to make the choices in our lives. So sometimes we have to understand that we are the ones who are worthy enough to make those positive choices for ourselves. And can't always count on everybody else for that validation. And as much as we want that validation, I'm one of those people too. That's why I come here and do readings. Sometimes I get validation from you that what I'm doing is actually important, and that's my only into this world. That's what I'll be remembered for someday. Maybe I'll be remembered, maybe I won't, but it's okay either way. So, everybody's journey has a reason and a purpose. What that journey is completely defined by what you will and choose to do with that. You may have been given a destiny, but if you ignore that destiny, you're still able to do that, Okay, more if you've got 50 seconds. Jing, I'm not giving you another 3-minute timer, so if you don't respond, I'll just take you off of my list. Jing to the reading room. Jing to the reading room in about 1 minute. Left for Morse reading. And I've already given Jing a couple of times, so more if you got 30 seconds. 30 seconds to the reading room, 30 seconds. And if they want to come back in here, they can. Alexa, cancel timer.
3-minute timer cancelled.
Your time is allotted, Morph. Please hop back in line if you want a reading again. The queue is open and clear for any and all readings. I will take a couple more readings if anyone wants one. Otherwise, I'm going to close the queue down in 15 minutes. You have 15 minutes to get in here for your reading. 15-minute warning. Your turn passed and went. If you want your turn again, just say, okay, we go now. So we go now. 1 through... Well, Jing had her turn. She's been... I called her more than 3 times. I gave her plenty of time. So it's your turn. Your turn now. If you want it. Okay, give me your numbers and your question. If it's been a while since you've been here, please choose your numbers wisely. 1 through 10 is your shuffle amount. 1 through 52 is your answer amount. Please ask your question as simply as possible in chat if you have one. Otherwise, just say you want a general if you want a general reading. And then after that, I'll explain everything else as we go along. So whenever you're ready, Dory. And don't forget to use your Prime here, guys. You can use that anytime you want. If you have a Prime account, you get 1 free Prime a month. I would be happy to have that if you were willing to give it. But if you don't spend it on me, spend it on your favorite streamer if you have a Prime account. That's a free way to support your favorite streamer, guys. All right. So we're just waiting for some numbers here. Career reading, you got it. I'll clear these cards off for you, Dory. Get them nice and all cleared off for you from any and all previous readings. Let's get these cards ready for you. Alrighty, here we go with your 6 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, God card. 5, and 6. Oh, and 6. You have a one God card answer for today. I'll reveal that to you in just a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, 2, and the 43rd card is now on top. So we want some career advice, do we? All right, here we go. Okay. All right, Dory. Let's talk about some stuff here. What I'm feeling for you, could I have a career reading, please? You got it. So what I'm feeling for you in career is that we are working towards discovering that we know we've reached a stage of maturity in our life, that we're ready for more responsibility and more ready to do something a little bit more professional in our lives. I don't know if you've been going to school or if you've been learning something new or different or taking up a trade or something. It feels like you are reaching that stage of maturity where you're finally ready to start chasing a dream that you've had for a while now. You're starting to think about maybe it's time to go after the brass ring here. Maybe it's time to go after that thing I've wanted the most my whole life. You're starting to throw away some of the things that haven't served you purpose anymore, like some of those old jobs that you might have had in the past that may have taught you some good thing along the way, and it seems like every job you have has been preparing you for the next career you're going to have. I'm feeling something creative here for you, like something where you will throw something away or use something that has been thrown away to create something else. Like, I don't know if you're recycling plastics or if you're doing something creative with the environment or something like that, but it feels like you're using the tools that are around you, whether it's the junk of to create something in your life, whether it's art or whatever it is. I'm not sure quite what this is, but it feels like it's something where you're taking a lot of little things and putting it together. Okay. And it kind of feels like now you're heading towards that, and you're just removing what you don't need for that career and getting ready to move the good things in. The things that aren't serving you purpose right now may come back to be beneficial for you in your future. Like what you just graduated from university, that's going to benefit you in the future. So you had to throw away some old ideas to gain some new ideas, and that's where university comes in. But there is still something that you kind of feel guilty for chasing your dreams too at the same time. And I want you to think back to why you wanted to go to university in the first place, and what was that dream that you kind of said you were deciding between two different things. Okay, the one you're in, I don't know if it's quite working out the best for you. You kind of feel like maybe you wish you had tried the other thing, and yeah, that's why I'm feeling the losses. But I feel like you kind of feel guilty for not going through with something that you really wanted to do and kind of went the safe route instead of the route that maybe have been a little bit more challenging or a little bit more difficult to get through, and also feeling guilty that you couldn't succeed doing it as well. So feeling your future guilt and your past guilt has kind of been stopping you from that career that you want to kind of have. The reason I'm telling you all of this is because everything that has happened up to this point, Dory, has been for a purpose, whether you've realized it or not, is to get you to a point where you start to see that I must hear my inner voice and start to listen to the dream. How do I manifest that dream into being? Now, when I sat under this willow tree and got the dream that changed my life forever. I had to believe in that dream for 30 to 40 plus years before I even started to see the beginnings of the destiny I was promised. That was my path to take, not necessarily yours. But it is about what happened to me in my past to define who I would become in the future. Without those events and what I went through and everything that I had to go through, I couldn't have become this person here. So just remind yourself that this is just a stage. Even though you're lost right now, this is for a reason, to maybe get you to understand that the dream you've waited for your whole life, all you've got to do is believe in it and manifest that shit into reality. So it's time to say to yourself, what is my dream job? And how do I get to do that the rest of my days? And if that's what you've been going for, you're not sure what your dream is? Well, I'm feeling creativity. Is creativity definitely something like an art of some kind in your trend, whether it's graphic design, whether it's something a creative way, something where you can put a lot of little things together like assembly or something like that. Maybe it's an electronic, or I'm seeing like an electronical engineer or something like where you're putting a lot of detailed things together, and you like to do the very detailed work from what I'm seeing. So I'm kind of feeling that it kind of hunkers back to, remember when you were 16 and I don't know if you were kind of like the tomboy or the tom girl or whatever way it was, but it was like you did what wasn't expected of you. You've always done what people didn't expect you to do. You've always kind of went the way that felt right for you, but you keep going back to that one thing. And I would pay attention to your dreams tonight. They might reveal something to you as well. So this might be something where you got to kind of ask yourself, what are the things that I like to do the most? Can I apply it to what I've learned in university? How can I turn what I've learned into that thing I've wanted the most? Have I learned the right thing to use that in the future? It's basically what they're telling you. So I don't know if that gives you an idea, but I feel like there was a dream you had when you were a teenager that you wish you kind of did, and now that you're growing up and have to be more responsible and all that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Now you want to kind of find out what's going on there. Here's an answer from your higher power, and this might be something that you need to hear as well, that will help you kind of help with that understanding of that thing. So if you want that, Dory, just let me know. Otherwise, I can put the card away. You don't have to see it. It's just some advice from your higher power. All right, Jing, just hop back in line because I didn't know how long it would be before you got back. So the surface card is something that I like to talk to people about a lot when they do get it. And I think it's really time to really discover what lies underneath the surface of what you've wanted your whole life. I want you to ask yourself, what would make me the happiest person in the world? What kind of life would make me be the happiest person that I want to be? Start to see what that life looks like. Start to envision what you could be doing that you already know how to do that could fit that mold. Search underneath the surface of what you know to be true, and then ask yourself, what's the underlying reasons I like to do those things? If you can bring those to the top, you will find your career. You will find your destiny. I am feeling something artsy. I am feeling something like putting things together. I am feeling something that's kind of, like I said, it feels creative, but technology, like technology, something like that. Technology, but creative. And that's what I feel I have to tell you today. That it's time to honestly dig underneath the surface of what those things mean to you and bring them up to that. Okay, so that answers the question? All right, good. That's your answer for today, Dory. I hope that answers for you. I don't always see everything, guys. I wish I did sometimes, but... Jing to the reading room. Jing to the reading room. Hello, Jing. Your turn. I just took you off the list. Yep. What's your numbers? Turning the cards off for you. So find a way to combine those two together. Can you find, before we start with you, Jing, I just want to answer this one question for Dory. So find a way to use what you've learned in a creative way, and you will find the career you've been looking for. How can you use this technical route to be and use it creative? Maybe it's your turn to invent something, or maybe it's your turn to create something that you've thought in your head could be a cool idea. Maybe you're the inventor of something. Maybe you're the creator of something. You've always kind of thought the world needs this, you know. I think you are going to be a creator of your own brand someday. You know, your own brand, your own reason. I think you're going to create the job you're looking for. I think you're going to be your own business person, your own business. In a way. All right, Jing, let me get these in there for you and Isaac. So it's just something to think about, you know. Start asking yourself those questions and see what you shall get. Yeah, and come back in maybe a little bit down the road and maybe we can try to suss out some more stuff. But honestly, I kind of feel this time, you know, to rediscover those childhood dreams again and what you really wanted to do with that. Because I think that's what's going to really open up your eyes to it. Once you go, that aha moment, you'll have it soon. I know. I see that you're going to get some more clarity within the month before Christmas time, though. Okay, Dory? All right, Jing, here we go with your reading, okay? Let me clear these off, though. So make sure they're all good for you and Isaac. Really long text, huh? Well, that's the first time we communicated for a while, You're welcome, Dory. And I think I'm going to let this one be my last one for today. So, Jing, you are my last reading for today. Here are your 4 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you need one more or something like that, it's okay to ask for another one. Okay, Jing? Just you don't have to enter a queue. That's all. And the 23rd card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, and the 23rd card. And you want to know what's going on between you and Isaac now. Okay. Really long text time. No God cards today. So, Jing, it feels like what's coming for you and Isaac is a bit of preparing for something else to happen, some new growth to happen, maybe. I don't know what happened during this text, but it kind of feels like things are starting to wind down a little bit, that you're both preparing for what you both feel is coming next. I don't know if you feel it too, but I feel it. It is starting to feel like you're starting to separate even more and more every single day. It seems like the distance gets wider. It gets harder and harder to contact him. Eventually, I think he'll just stop responding or something like that. But it kind of feels like what's happening between you and Isaac, you're both preparing for your own different journeys because there's growth happening in both of your journeys. New growth this time, not just together growth like I was seeing before a little bit could have happened. Now I'm seeing individual growth in a different way, but getting what you need rather than what you want, you know? And it feels like it's going to be a very emotional time. It's going to be an emotional moment. That's what's coming for you. A lot of emotions going to be let out again, and I think it's going to be the proverbial last straw or the end of it. I don't know what it is, but whatever this emotional moment is, it's something that's been held back in, a very big held back emotion, and once it's set free, it's like the genie comes out of the bottle and we can't put the genie back in. That's basically what they're saying. But as you can see, they're also getting it ready for you and Isaac for maybe not the old relationship will end, but maybe a friendship will begin. I know that might not be what you want to hear, but this is me telling you the truth. Some kind of new place where you're going to plant your seed in a different spot is coming. He's gotten everything he needed where he's at. He's moving and going to allow this emotions to come out and feed the very ground he wants to grow in his life. Just like you are both trying to do right now, you're both preparing to do things. Maybe you wanted to try to fix things, but he's not really working with you on that. You've got your ingredients ready. He hasn't even started chopping yet. Both of you are on different paths of growth. You're ready for something bigger and better. He's not quite ready for the change that's coming for him, but he's willing to start looking at change. I just don't think it's with you. There's that emotional thing that's going to be coming for you. That's going to be that big burst of thing that's going to, I think, seal the deal one way or the other. Either you'll give up or give in to saying this is just how it's going to be. I'm going to love the man no matter what happens, and I guess I'm just going to have to deal with it kind of a deal, or you'll move on. Whichever way you choose to do it, because of this moment, will happen. And that's when we start to feed the right things in our world that will happen, that we start to actually plant the seeds we need in our life. These are the things we actually want to grow within ourselves in a physical, mental, and spiritual way. So that's kind of what's coming for you and Isaac. So maybe this means good things. It could mean something good, but I'm not feeling it. And you know I won't lie to you, Jing. So, do you have another question on top of that? It depends on what happens during the emotional. If we can let out the right emotions, if we can set the emotions free and be okay with us each sharing those emotions, it could be healed through that. Or they could be the kind of emotions that are let out so strongly that the words that were spoken cannot be taken back. That kind of a moment is coming for you. And since that hasn't happened yet, I don't know if it will be together or apart yet. But whatever happens, it will definitely move the needle one way or the other. And I know you don't want to hear it, but I've been feeling that this has been going out of your life for a while now, and you know that. Yeah, you know, that's what I said. You can get another reading because I knew you were going to have a follow-up question. What do you want to know? Pause, I just closed down the queue. Jing's getting a second reading from me. Because I promised her a second reading. And then I said I was going to be ending stream after that. So, but next week we will be doing it a little bit later hours and stuff. So maybe come back a different day. Okay. Numbers. Question. I got the question now. I need the numbers. Sorry. I got the question. All right, how does he feel or think about you after the text? All right, shuffling. Numbers. Right. As soon as I feel like they're in the right spot for you, Jing, I'll let you know. Here are your 4 official shuffles, Jing. 1, 2. Oh, we had some God cards. Give me a second. Is that it? Alright, that was it. Those fell on the ground. And that was the third shuffle, I believe. Right? That was 3, and here's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How does he feel after that text? Jing, part of what he read, I think he's been expecting for a while. A really long text, I think part of him is kind of celebrating inside that this is finally out, or whatever you said during this text. It feels like a moment of relief, like finally it's out in the open. I don't have to hide anymore, kind of a deal. I feel a sense of celebration. So when you ask me that question of how does he feel, a sense of celebration has come over him. But then right after that, that was in the past. Now he feels defensive, very defensive, like he got way too much time in his head and he's thinking, oop, wait, she wants something I can't give. Sharp daggers, sharp daggers. How many sharp daggers do I have to put out for her to get the point? Literally. How many more does he have to put out before you get the point? Pokey, pokey. Do you need to start drawing blood here, Jing? You know? I mean, he sees the big picture after the text. He sees maybe the way it is the way it is. Maybe he's finally waking up and seeing the real world. Maybe he's waking up and seeing that he doesn't like the life that is going on. What does that mean? That's what I'm trying to explain to you, Jing. You know, so he's starting to crystallize in fear. He's putting out those daggers so you can't then, but seeing the big picture of what's coming in the future. So he might see the end of the beginning or something like that. He's seeing how this is going to, what's the logical end to this journey with you, you know? And he's starting to think about things. He's starting to think about contemplating about other things that he wants to do. So he's starting to think about other things besides what you told him in that text. He's deciding between other things. He's got a lot of different thoughts going on in that head of his. So there's everything from anxiety, fear, worry, to some sort of fucked up toxic love, to some kind of weird toxic companionship with this. That's kind of what I'm feeling there. It feels kind of like he's thinking about doing other things. You know, that's what the contemplate means. It means you're looking at another marble and you're saying, ooh, is that the marble I want? And if you're not the one he's in his life right now, then whose marble is he choosing if he isn't choosing yours? Like I told you before, I don't think he's being completely open and honest with you. I think he's got someone, or he's starting to think about going to somebody else to get him what he actually wants, which is someone who's just gonna, do everything he wants, the way he wants it done. So there is no more fighting, you know? He doesn't want to fight anymore. That I can feel that for sure. So that I'm very much a very heavy feeling that. Yeah, and I think that's what he's going to give you. I think he's going to give you honesty to make you see the big picture, show you what he's actually thinking, and I think he's about to reveal that to you, Jing. The truth, the whole truth. I think he's tired of holding secrets in, you know? Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I could be saying something different, but I do too. So we got God cards. I'm just going to get you those right now. And you know that these are for you more than anything, you know? Picking up the right kind of change. It's time for Jing to get filled for what she needs. You deserve much better, Jing. I don't normally like to say this about people, but it just feels like he's impossible. Doesn't know how to change, doesn't know how to grow, doesn't know how to get out of his own way, doesn't know how to grow the fuck up. Okay? And point blank, he doesn't know how to grow the fuck up. He sees his world as one way of seeing it. He sees it only as that way. He will always see it that way. He doesn't want the kind of change you do. You are the one who can break free of the change. No, I apologize, Jane. I just closed my mind down for the rest of this day. You know, hey Demi, hey Prophet, hey Dragon, hi everyone. I'm sorry, I'm closing the queue down. I'm on my last reading for today, so I apologize for that. But you'll have to come back a different day, and then I've got other things I got to do after stream here. But also, Jing, you are ready to get some good things too. Okay, as you are finally seeing things for how it really are. In a little bit, yeah. I'm just finishing up this last reading and then I'm ending stream, yes. Alright, Deanie, so if you need me to... Yeah, okay, we'll talk after. Alright. Alright, so that means you have to start to see the positive side of what's coming into your life. And you have to start to grab hold of those things and start to open up the right gifts that you need to start opening. The right positive gifts for you, Jing. He's not the gift that he's the gift you keep returning back to the store, but keep going back and buying it a week later and then rediscovering it's still a scratchy, old, uncomfortable sweater you're not exactly want to wear anymore. But it's time for you to get back around more positively minded people and start to be more positive with people who want you to be more positive. Get back around the people who are going to make you happy and stuff like that. It always shows good things when you leave Isaac. And I say this with all of the love in my heart. I mean, how many more messages do you need to get before you get that? I mean, how many more times do you need to hear that before you're finally ready to say, Isaac, it just isn't it anymore? But I believe in your free will. I believe in your choice. You know that. And I'm not telling you what to do here. I'm just giving you the reading you're supposed to have. So there you go. You decide what to do with that information. Alright guys, I really appreciate everybody who is here. I'm sorry I couldn't get to some of those readings in chat. Remember, next week we will be changing my hours. We will be changing my hours from Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. starting November 4th. But this week they are the same as they've always been. So I want you to know that this is the last week I will be doing these hours. So remind you, those hours are changing next week, okay? And if you guys want to become a part of my spirit reading on October 31st, okay, then I'm going to be opening up the veil and letting you contact spirits and spirit guides or loved ones if you wish, and trying to open myself to allowing them to channel through me and stuff like that. So, and then I've got a call to make with my someone who's trying to call me, so I will have to get back to them in a little bit. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go find someone to go raid out to, so give me a second while I go check for out my raider today. Let's see, who should we go to for today? I know where we're going to go. I'm going to take you to a wonderful game. We're going to go to a gaming stream for once. We're going to go to the Gaming NP. She is a fun gamer. She likes to play things like Elder Ring and stuff like that. And she's an infectiously happy person. She's a part of my community. And I just want to go say hi and give her some love, because she's been popping in lately saying hi. So I think it's time to pay her back. So we're going to go to the Gaming MP. Oops, I guess I did that wrong. And give her some love today. Alright guys, I will see you tomorrow. I love you very much. We'll see you next time. Bye!
For the hopeless hearts to mend, heal starts
to a new dawn. Through the night, we'll find the light, making everything alright. Let the sun arise again.